Opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is for the TCW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers. At a combined weight of 366 pounds, the team of Christopher Matthews and the UCW Ultimate Champion, Alpha Inferno, Brandon Wolf!
Remember, you announce it's champ.
And their opponents. At a combined weight of 398 pounds, they are your TCW Tag Team Champions, Trace Evans, and the TCW Television Champion, Mr. Champ, Charles Colton. Together they are Creekwater Syndicate! When the bell rings, the referee in charge for the evening is David Sigg.
And we are almost underway with the first match.
Our first match was brought to you in part by Phenomenal Finds, ATL.com. Remember, if you're looking for anything retro, whatever the cost, go to the address and online at PhenomenalFinds, to find out how. As you can see, Colton and Evans are holding those titles around these corners, so keep in mind, Colton and Evans won first blood over the same two men. Could they cheat to win once again? Pink and green representing for both Colton and Evans. Green and black for Matthews, and Wolf representing black and white with a little bit of special maroon. The tag titles were once reactivated back in January 4th when Clay couldn't get the job done.
Really likes how the team of Chris Matthews and Brandon Wolf look with those straps.
Audiences all over Ferguson are going completely wild. We are about to kick off. So as you all know, for the record, we have one of 3 championship matches on the line, and that also later tonight we'll be seeing the Lifeguard Izzy Vaden one-on-one with Chris Crow for the TCW Television, Heavyweight Championship of the World. My apologies to the rest of us.
Oh, you're fine, Tony. I know you're excited.
I'm a little stressed, but I am going to keep it in full control. If I don't have any problems or accidents, I will let you know. Keep in mind, pinfall or submission is all valid. Only one of them is going to walk away with the gold even further. And safe to say, after that epic Battle of Survival match, Christopher Matthews did pin Charles Colton in the middle of the ring as the last competitor standing when a full-scale war unfolded at another city. Now, that university was really beautiful, Keenan.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely appreciate you. And on behalf of the people from My Great Community, Campbellsville, thank you for saying those comments. We definitely stride in providing a safe, comfortable campus for everybody. Once again, man, they had a great crowd there. The crowd was definitely electric. But once again, we are proud to be back home at the Old Ferguson Gymnasium, and we are underway with the first bout of the evening.
And here we go, and Colton trying to back away like he did before.
Tags in Trace Evans.
Got scared for just a second.
Well, I can't blame Mr. Colton. I mean, Chris Matthews is a man on a mission with a big arm drag. There to Trace Evans. And another big arm drag to Trace Evans. Oh, it looks like Chris Matthews is going for the rope early.
Bouncing off the side of the ropes.
Old school into another. I'm telling you, man, shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from Chris Matthews there.
Well, how do you know all these moves? You have not even seen me in action. Anyway, cover, kick out at 2.5, an early advantage.
Quick 2 count. Yeah, you can't blame it. A little amateur wrestling there by Trace Evans. I used to do a little bit of that back in my day. Once again, you really can't be mad at the Creekwater Syndicate. I've grown to really like these two fellas, even though I know they are the bad guys here. I've grown to really respect their win by any means necessary attitude.
Well, speaking of which, Brandon T. Wilson doesn't have a faction name, so it's just like a bunch of businessmen doing the Dalai Lama's order. So instead, they will do absolutely nothing to get what they want. They want all the titles in TCW. They want to worship the Dalai Lama like he's some god for some reason.
They are men on a mission. That is that's absolutely for sure. They're men on a mission, and it looks like the mission is all systems go. A big forearm there by Chris Matthews. A big hand. And he tags into Alpha. Brandon Wolf up top.
Alpha Inferno is what they know very well around it. Here comes Brandon Wolf.
Big stomp to the arm.
Big coup de grace stomp. And that may indeed break a forearm, which keeps Cougar Syndicate at
Working
bay.
on that forearm.
And now Topham Drag once again going to do things his way.
Man, Trace Evans is in trouble, man. He's really working on that shoulder and that forearm. Once again to the forearm. Showing no mercy to Trace Evans, but I mean, can you blame Brandon Wolf, what they put him through there at Campbellsville University?
Well, as you know, over 200 people came to Campbellsville, so I want to say thanks to everyone who had jumped to the biggest show of all places. So all of a sudden, we do wish you all a very well done event. So now, in the meantime...
Hey, but once again, when Triple Crown Wrestling's in your town, that's what you do. You know, you show up. You show up for a good night of wrestling, working on that forearm. I love it. I love the tacticianship of these two, Brandon Wolf and Chris Matthews. Mr. Midnight is what I like to call him, Chris Matthews.
In your own estimation, Keenan, who in the world would you actually think is going to win tonight's first ever Grab for the Gold Battle Royal? What's your pick for this matchup?
Man, there are a lot of contestants in this Battle Royal coming up. I'm not really sure who's actually coming up in this Battle Royal, but I know it's the crowd's going to love these surprises, and I think we are too. And I'm ready for a Battle Royal. I have no idea. Everybody in the Battle Royal deserves to be there.
And Wolf about to isolate Trace Evans like a case of licorice, and now snap suplex catching off the side of his kidneys.
You know, I'd hate to be a little cliche, but it looks as if Trace Evans is deep in that creek water right now.
If Wolf and Matthews win the tag titles tonight,
double back body slam from Wolf and Matthews.
Covers again, too, as I was saying earlier, if Wolf wins the tag titles with Matthews tonight, he'll be a double champion, too, just like Colton did back on Thursday. I imagine that might indeed be a gigantic game changer.
That would be a game changer. It would definitely, it could honestly be a facelift to Triple Crown Wrestling as well. What would you say, Tony?
Ain't no mountain high enough to nearly make an earthquake. And now Matthews going to that camel clutch apply, trying to strain Trace Evans, Colton's own best friend buddy.
That's the Trace Evans I know there with a jawbreaker.
Magnificent reversal by Evans. You know, many fans are saying that Creekwater indeed became, like you know, to represent Brandon T. Wilson. I have never been so ashamed of what I know very well about that, because every day I keep remembering Creekwater Syndicate. I close my eyes and go to sleep, and I only see these two guys in a various photo.
And in comes Mr. Charles Colton, the fresh man, the champ, Double C, as he likes to be called.
In all fairness, Colton is just like, you know, being everybody else's personal bully boy. And by the way, you know about him. Look at his hair. He almost looks like a case of Mike Myers, for all I know. And now Evans choking on Matthews while referee Sig is not looking around. Wolf is a little complaining, and now it's a 2-on-1 advantagement.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes has elapsed.
The Creekwater Syndicate from good old Huntington, West Virginia. You ever been to Huntington, West Virginia, Tony?
Never. I like to stay in Monticello, Kentucky from now on. The woods are more safer than other places.
Well, I tell you what, if you like the woods, you're going to be right there in them in Huntington. Definitely nice little town. Nice little town.
I indeed came over with my family for about 10 years, and all of a sudden we wanted to get out of Indiana in the hard way. Because every time I saw on the news, there is death, death, death every day. We couldn't take it anymore. And Colton driving a bunch of, let's say, feeding off the crowd to Ferguson's very own Christopher Matthews, like he's stealing the ovation against him. And now Colton, Mr. Champion himself, drives it between the
taking
guts.
advantage of a very vulnerable Chris Matthews.
And here's the cover again. Both hands to the chest. Might be the end of Matthews and Wolf's dream team, and a kick out. In all fairness, we all know that
straight to the boot of Trace Evans.
Matthews and Wolf are more likely a well-oiled machine.
Now, these are the
able to
tag
stop
team
them.
champions that I know. These are the tag team champions that I know. I'm not saying I agree with their bully tactics and their cheating ways, but as far as by any means necessary, getting the job done, that is what the Creekwater Syndicate is known to do. Look at this. This is fast tags, in and out, big arsenal, a beret of punches and kicks. They got Chris Matthews in deep water with his partner, the Alpha Wolf, Brandon, across the ring. He can't do anything.
And now, once again, dirty tactics involved as Colton and Evans is trying to nearly isolate the former television champion who defeated Tyler Lee Deputy back in early fall of 2024. And by the way, it had become a well-done sight. Into the cover, hooks the leg again, and a
another kick out. Chris Matthews still showing some fight in him. And there was Charles Colton to kick it right out of him. And big right hand from my man Brandon Wolf from the outside. Charles Colton floors him instantly.
Colton went to swing him, but Wolf returns it. And now Owen going for a hot tag. But too much for Colton.
Man, Colton is ring general. Ring awareness is what you would call that, people at home. Ring awareness. He knew where he was in the ring, and he had to cut Chris Matthews off to send him right back over into deep water where he does not want to be.
You can only understand very soon that later on tonight we'll be seeing Randall Shane going to defend his
Double
All-American title.
clothesline.
His All-American title will be on the line in a triple threat match. We will get to that in just a moment. But now Evans and Colton are doing a well-done job to keep Wolf and Matthews grounded. And now Gator
Man, you hear that crowd
capturing-
out there. Come on, Chris. What a gut wrench.
And the cover hooks the big leg once again and a kick out.
Kick out at 2. They just can't put away the Midnight Man, Chris Matthews, working all day.
Is that his new nickname, Keenan? Midnight Man?
That's what I like to call him. I like to call him Mr. Midnight Man because he works all day.
Well, that remains to be offered even further. And back to some tag again by Colton. Both Evans and Colton are doing a smart job taking down Christopher Matthews. And heads up, look out below.
Man, you got to love this tandem offense from the Creekwater Syndicate. Well, look like it. All right, Brandon Wolf in to break up the pin.
Colton tried to block Brandon's attempt to intervene, but that didn't work. And all of a sudden, that little reverse faceplant suplex was just not good enough to put Matthews down. Tag again.
I know Matthews has to get. What a big splash from the second rope from Mr. Trace Evans.
Nowhere near to
Charles
All-Americans,
Colton
but
going
that
up to
is
the
too much for me.
Big elbow drop.
And the cover, and his foot was on the rope.
On the rope.
Only in 1 count position.
Ring awareness. Chris Matthews knew that he was in trouble, and he was able to find that right leg to that bottom rope to break that pin up.
And all of a sudden, Matthews is just fighting off of the only thing that mattered the most. He all of a sudden is paying his sins of what he did to Colton in the middle of Battle of Survival. And at the end, it's payback time. And Matthews
Ladies and
fighting back
gentlemen,
hard.
10 minutes has elapsed in this match.
Looked like that may have been by the hair, Tony.
I may not be a joker or not a smoker. I'm just nearly holding my own ground even further. And Colton doing that squeezing chokehold, trying to keep Christopher away from Brandon Wolf. And then a sing elbows.
Elbow to the right to the jawline. I don't know too
cover
many people
once
that can
again.
take that. Oh, big kick out at 2, man. Chris Matthews really showing a fight.
A heart of a warrior in Christopher Matthews. He's always going to do things his way. He was fierce looking for a tag, but I guess Colton had the whole thing won.
Let's see.
Oh, it's a Curry kick.
Step up insecurity. This match is this match.
what this is all about. I'm a little concerned.
This match is going to go. And it looks as if the ref is at an 8 count. Charles Colton to his feet, able to cut Chris Matthews off again before he's able to get to safety to the tag. To Brandon Wolf. Brandon Wolf very frustrated. The crowd also very frustrated as well.
All of a sudden, I'm a little bit concerned. We have a card started to change moments ago. I'll have to worry about that in just a minute. A little confused. Meanwhile, cover Schoolboy. Lateral press 2. Look out. Oh, no. Tag titles didn't change. Matthews had him down, but it didn't go well. And my God, Colton back on that same chokehold again. He's stuck there for just a little while. Don't know how it's all going to be, but a little concerned of myself. Cover. Look at that. What a great counter.
Oh, righty.
More like a bridge-like board covered to Colton, but he knew he had the 3, and Matthews struggling to get the tag as much as he can. Matthews
just showing that Ferguson fight, man. That's just that Ferguson fight. That's the fighting spirit of these people here, and that's what he's showing. What a drop kick from Chris Matthews to the chest of Charles Colton. Still fighting to get to that tag from Brandon Wolf. Brandon Wolf clearly ready to get in that ring. Trace Evans the same. Of course, Trace Evans, the muscle of the Creekwater Syndicate.
Wolf is about to go flaming mode, more like Super Saiyan mode, and Matthews gonna get it. Once the crowd goes wild, it will be Wolf ready to strike. Referee's at 6. If neither man doesn't get up before 10, it will be a draw, and the towels will go back to Creekwater.
And they are both tagged.
Here comes Evans.
Brandon Wolf with a big clothesline to Trace Evans. Clothesline to Charles Colton. Back elbow to Trace Evans.
Slow pace but fast mode. Wolf is on a human spectacular race car spree.
What are we?
Look at that incredible strike.
Back body drop. The alpha Brandon Wolf. And this crowd really behind Brandon Wolf right now. And what are we looking? Standing moonsault.
Right in his midsection cover. And it's not
2.
over yet.
It's hard to keep a big mountain boy like Trace Evans down.
While Matthews is recovering elsewhere, Wolf is just
to
trying
the
to
corner.
handle it himself. Look at the UCW Ultimate Champion building momentum here. And now the crowd on his side.
Oh, let's see. Can the crowd let 2. Oh, getting the crowd behind it again. And monkey roll.
Right on his tailbone, that monkey flip may have got him a little coursed up a bit. And now Wolf about to even it up. High elbow to the sternum, into the cover, hooks the forearm,
Brandon
and
Wolf
doesn't
being
got
really
a win
aggressive
yet.
tonight. I like this Brandon Wolf. This is a champion Brandon Wolf that we are seeing, but when do we not see?
What the
wow.
hell? A low blow! Referee was going to disqualify it, but he didn't see it.
Oh, wow, what a low blow from Trace Evans. Of course, they got Brandon Wolf right where they want him.
I guess that was indeed
He
not
tags
what we
Charles
hadn't
Colton
planned.
Oh, Wolf putting on the brakes.
And Wolf,
Double DDT from Brandon Wolf to the Creekwater Syndicate.
referee Sig tried to disqualify both Syndicate members, but he doesn't care. We know the match can nearly go on. Low blow, it could be any time when we know right. It could have been a weapon of some sort, but Evans should be disqualified.
Oh, Trace
right
Evans
now.
reaching for the belt. Let's see.
No, wait a
Oh,
minute.
Charles Colton reached for his title as well. The referee tied up with my man
Look out!
Alpha
Look out!
Brandon Wolf. And
not
I
again!
can't believe it.
Not again! Come on, Sig!
The ultimate opportunist. Well, he's got Brandon Wolf covered up.
And it's over!
And there it is again. Creekwater Syndicate retains the TCW World Tag Team Champions.
The winners of this match, and still TCW Tag Team Champions, Creekwater Syndicate! Ladies and gentlemen, Triple Crown Wrestling and stars from UCW comes to you live at the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky, Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Bell times at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Roslyn, Scotland, weighing in at 15 stones and 3 pounds, Kevin Sinclair! And his opponent, standing at 6 feet 8 inches tall, from Inez, Kentucky, weighing in at 350 pounds, Appalachian Amos Abel!
A real crowd favorite here, Appalachian Amos Abel. Love how he has captured the imagination of this crowd.
Okay, full blue and white. Sorry for the technical difficulties for Abel. And of course, a full apricot white representing for Sinclair. And here we go. David meets Goliath.
Kevin Sinclair, playing games with the Appalachian Giant.
And for the record, Sinclair's like showing off, knowing that
A lot
Farm Boy.
of showing off. I've noticed that. It doesn't look like Sinclair's getting on too much action. He's kind of just parading around. I don't think you want to poke this bear too much.
By all means, Sinclair is very scary, but Abel is somehow trying to know what his plot is.
Shaking that ring. A lot of weight moving around in that ring.
I think that ring is over 10,000
Oh,
pounds.
wow. Was
And
that
now a purple nurple.
Oh, wow.
Always
Pulling
grabbed by
every move out of the repertoire. Did he just, Tony, did he just do what I think he did?
I think he just grabbed the chest hairs.
That man is a very hairy man. I think he's going to do it again. Just tossing Kevin Sinclair around.
Right in the steel post. And Abel is standing tall. Sinclair got a little embarrassed for just a minute.
Well, I'm pretty sure Appalachian Amos Abel is throwing around bigger hay bales than Mr. Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sinclair, sorry.
By all means, we know for a fact that Abel hasn't had much amazement so far. He already got 2 wins, one by disqualification and the other by countout. And I guess we know 3 for a charm is just going to be interesting for the record.
I will say Amos Abel is a very tough competitor here in the TCW realm.
And Sinclair somehow trying to get his second wind, able to see what he's got in store. Abel's a big man. He's only anywhere else in these parts. He's been building some slop to earn this opportunity.
Absolutely.
And now going for that arm and elbow section. Sinclair is somehow trapped, trying to get to the weaker side of it.
Just working that shoulder. Abel really showing his wrestling skills. Sinclair with a reversal. Right into a bulldog choke. Oh! Man, you can't move something that's unmovable.
And by all means.
Big chop to the chest from Amos Abel.
Into the corner right there, and now 350 pounds splashing the holy Fruit Loops out of Sinclair.
Oh, wow, looking for an early pin here.
Into the cover and the leg is hooked. And all of a sudden I can see those little tattoos. You can see on the left-hand side of his shoulder, but I think it's the Deathly Hollow symbol. You see it?
Absolutely. It's kind of hard to make out from here, but it's definitely wearing with all that hair. It's something.
You can't hide when you're not going to lie to us. And now going to somehow pop the outside shoulder blade.
Oh, wow. I don't know how Amos Abel's going to recover from that. I know it's going to be hard to use that right shoulder.
That was the torture curse, courtesy of Kevin Sinclair. And safe to say, Abel is just hanging on with a thread.
He's working on those shoulders.
He's trying to take away both of the arms to prevent the choke slam from going anywhere else. Shoulder block, but did not budge.
Oh, neither man, really. You know, you kind of got to give it to Mr. Kevin Sinclair stepping in there with that giant. You know, I'm not a mathematician. I don't know what 15 stones and 3 pounds equals up to, but it definitely does not equal up to this 350-pound mammoth from Inez, Kentucky.
Trying to go for a third time. But did not hang on for long. Knocked down. And once again, Sinclair rakes the eyes to keep him side. I mean, all of a sudden, Sinclair is just some sort of how is this out loud? A senile renegade for one reason. And now yanking the outside muscle and tear
Sinclair,
tendons.
very aggressive. Very aggressive wrestling style, you know, but what can you expect from his neck of the woods, you know, there in Scotland? You know, a lot of great brawlers come from Scotland. That's what they do, they fight. And Sinclair, that's what he is. He's from a long bloodline of fighters.
5 minutes has elapsed.
Big kick
5
across the
minutes
muscle
has elapsed.
once again, and it's Sinclair who's just driving him down. By all means, it would not be the last thing they ever do around here. And now Sinclair going to execute the injury.
Just working that shoulder. Just working that shoulder.
I'm a little bit concerned about Amos Abel. He's never suffered in pain like this since he first debuted. And now a DDT on the bat arm. And now going for some Kimura lock. I hope he got it cinched in.
And you know, Amos Abel far from that rope. He's a big man, but he's not that big.
And now driving the big knees right across the shoulders.
Shoulder. Sinclair, just a savage.
Over and over again, Sinclair.
Man, we got to check on Amos Abel. Is he all right?
8 brutal knees to the side
Tony,
of the
you
shoulders.
think Amos Abel's going to be able to continue?
I have no idea. Sinclair is putting a hurt on him. He's in the kill zone for some reason. And Abel trying to suck up all the energy he has.
Oh, the crowd trying to get behind the Appalachian Giant. It looks as if he's trying to come alive.
He's like pounding the mat like he's actually a wildebeest waiting to be hungry.
Oh, well,
and
back to
Sinclair
that shoulder
once again back to the same injury.
Just a man on a mission, a man at work, Mr. Kevin Sinclair.
Might be the only worry of our system along the way. And now going back to that position.
What a shoulder drop. I've never seen that before.
Neither have I. Is that effective or something like that?
I've never seen that, but I tell you, it looks like it hurts.
Into the cover yet again.
And Amos Abel
and now
fighting
back
for
to
his
the
life.
crossface.
Oh, man, it looks like he rolled right over into it.
Abel is going to nearly have his first loss.
Oh, man.
If he taps out, he has his first loss.
And he's still alive. Amos Abel's still alive via rope break. Gotta let go, Mr. Sinclair. We're getting a little clap out there for Amos Abel.
Sinclair is just nearly dominating him so fast.
I can't lie. I'm a little shocked at this outcome, even though I shouldn't be. What a clothesline. Looks as if Amos Abel reached into that bag of tricks and came out with that swinging lariat.
That, my friends, we call it, is a comeback trail.
Absolutely. And always remember, Tony, you know, they say that you run into my clothesline, but my lariat hits you.
Oh, no. Sinclair's got the
So he got the horseshoe chain?
Oh, no.
Looks
That
as
weapon
if the
again.
ref caught him.
Oh, Adams has got him where he want him.
All right. It looks as if the ref caught Mr. Kevin Sinclair.
Great call.
Oh, wow. Right to the corner. Amos Abel throws Kevin Sinclair
Here's
into
Amos.
another big Appalachian splash.
And now,
Scoop up,
here he goes.
showing off that.
He's going for the finishing touch.
Oh, what a compactor slam.
Abel compactor 2. Oh, and his arm is up.
His arm was up.
Almost a 3, but all of a sudden, Sinclair still has enough breath inside of him.
Let me tell you, this is a Scottish war machine, Mr. Sinclair.
Unlike me, Sinclair has got to be absolutely lifeless after putting the hurt all over Abel for more than 3 minutes. But how in the heck is he still standing?
He rose to the outside where it's safe. I definitely don't blame him. I would try to create as much distance as I could as well. But it looks like Appalachian Amos Abel is hot on the trail. He's, well, right under the bottom rope, making his way to the outside, and he's out there.
Breaking the referee's count back to 1,
absolutely.
And more likely, Sinclair's like...
Man, Sinclair's, well, he's crawling, look like he's crawling towards the back. I don't know if there's anybody back there that can help him.
And now, about to drag him with one leg. Incredible.
Oh, wow.
You talk about raw ability in Amos Abel. I've never seen anybody pull that much. And now back to the ring he goes.
Oh.
And a right hand, intercepted.
Another right hand. Another hand from Sinclair.
Here comes the reversal, driving the big man.
Big reversal.
Oh no,
another
look
scoop
out.
up.
Abel compactor again. He's going to hit again.
Is he? Compactor slam.
Abel compactor again. Cover.
And that's good night for Kevin Sinclair, your winner. Appalachian.
The winner of this
Amos
match,
Abel.
Appalachian Amos Abel.
Crowd really loves Appalachian Amos Abel. Really love him. And I can't say I don't blame him. Future champion right there, Tony.
That should be a future television champion. I say Charles Colton. You want an open challenge? That's your man right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple Crown Wrestling and Stars from UCW comes to you live at the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky, Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Bell times at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first from Knoxville, Tennessee, weighing in at 248 pounds, Chris Crow! And his opponent, fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico, weighing in at 235 pounds, Senor Laymat!
So unfortunately, we're supposed to have another title match, but all of a sudden the new rules been changed, so we got Senor Laymat versus Chris Crow anyway.
And I definitely don't know if Senor Laymat is prepared for the onslaught that Chris Crow is able to put on him. Once again, like I said earlier, man, this guy is a traveler. He's not a man. He's everywhere, and he could be a big name in the future. Very good, great to see him in action up close again. The stomping man from Knox Vegas, Tennessee.
A nice looking roll of a bowling ball, trying to confuse Chris Crow. Laymat is more likely a newcomer to many fans, but we know every person's a jobber, so if you want to win TCW, you got to be part of us.
Oh, and Senor Laymat, once again, not a wild man himself. World traveler from Tijuana, Mexico. Great wrestler, great luchador. As you see, also a ring tactician. Great amateur wrestling there by Senor Laymat. I guess that's how he, honestly got his name.
You can hear the audience trying to get on Laymat. I have never seen this guy before, but by the way, Chris Crow is somehow going to know You got to learn about the word respect. And he's stalking around these parts. Crow is like waiting for the right moment. Although it might be a little too concerned of where we're going to be at right there and then. And now.
And the little mat wrestling there from Chris Crow, a little amateur wrestling there. And it looks a little easy for Chris Crow, as if he's saying.
Did you see him tap the back of the mask? That's just disrespectful.
I seen it. I'm glad he didn't take the mask off. It looked like he was in position to.
Well, you all know that the mask is sacred under Lucha Libre culture. Once you indeed have it removed, it's more like an insult to your own native land. Like animals, gods, and heroes, we know that we don't want to see their identity because it would be a dishonor to many people around the world.
You're exactly right, Mr. Lane. And we know Mr. Lamet, Senor Lamet, comes from a very dominant wrestling family. The wrestling Lamets down there in Tijuana, Mexico. What
shoulder
a shoulder
blocker,
block.
takedown.
Chris Crow.
Crow's like doing things his perfect ways. And now rolls again.
Look
Misses
at the
drop kick.
agility from Chris Crow. Just taking advantage of Senor Lamet.
Crow's like playing his own wild cards. It's like he's almost going to get the king instead of the queen. And by the way, you know, this Mex-American wrestler hasn't had any poker before. By the way, Crow has nearly read everything.
You're exactly right. And you know, and you're speaking of poker, coming from Knox Vegas, who else could you, rather have as your dealer than Chris Crow?
I never heard the name Knox Vegas before. It's a peanut to ask anybody. And now a 22 5-inch headbutt right above the wound of the mask in Senor Lamet. And fans are knowing how they feel involving Chris Crow. And here he comes again into the corner, tossed into the side of his chest. And there's a European uppercut.
Beautiful flush uppercut to the upper side of the jaw of Senor Lamet. And Crow just playing with his food right now. Oh, step up insecurity, leg sweep.
And Crow's like
look at
showing
the agility
off
of Chris
everybody.
Crow. A running cannonball from Chris Crow.
Or could we call it the Cannon Crow? Into the cover, hooks the forearm on the
Oh,
cheekbone
it
and a
looks as
kick
if
out.
he got that shoulder up.
For all I'm really saying to myself, he looks like a savior from The Walking Dead for some reason. All his black hair, really don't even know what he works for. He's nowhere near close to being an actor. And now going to the arm, once again, into the ropes. Crow is in serious trouble. Clothesline!
Oh, what a clothesline from Senor Lamet. Oh, what an arm drag from Senor Lamet. And a scoop and...
Look out below. Over his shoulders. He's almost lost balance.
Oh, wow. What power
Wow.
from Senor Lamet.
Amazing.
Running Bulldog.
Cut him above him and a kick out.
And a kick out from Chris Crow.
Did you see how strong Lamet
Very
carried?
impressed by the strength of Senor Lamet. Once again, he comes from a long line of fighting Lamets from Tijuana, Mexico.
There's always room in the family for others. Lamet is almost doing everybody else. To end it quickly.
Looked like Lamet's leg may be a little hurt. Chris Crow off the ropes.
Ducks again. Oh,
Oh, what a spear.
He didn't get all of it. He just went for the legs.
Yeah, he chopped Senor Lamet right in half.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed in this match. 5 minutes has elapsed.
Oh, wow. What a guillotine choke.
And now taking advantage to choke out Senor Lamet. And I think he's already gone
It
out.
looks as if he's fading. Ref, we're going to have to check his conscience. You know, those vice grips from Chris Crow.
Trying to take advantage for 3. If he drops one of them, he's out for sure.
Let's see.
Crow is
There's
squeezing.
one. There's 2.
Lamet is finished for sure, and that's it.
There's 3. There's he go. He's got to let him go. Oh, wow. I think Lamet's unconscious.
The winner of this match as a result of a technical knockout, Chris Crow!
strong size guillotine, knocking out Lamat, and all of a sudden Crow is just warming up.
And once again, the inevitable Chris Crow making light work of his prey tonight. I don't think you'll be seeing the last of Chris Crow. He is a journeyman. Always a pleasure to watch him perform.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple Crown Wrestling and Stars from UCW comes to you live at the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky, Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Bell times at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms.
Now Adele Allen's going to speak.
You people in Ferguson, Kentucky, this cesspool of a town, every one of y'all should be standing up for Eric Porter. Give y'all the opportunity. Go ahead and stand up.
Oh, they do have one person standing up for Eric Porter.
We had a match scheduled for Monticello, Kentucky on February the 15th to take on that no good line preacher, Ronnie Roberts. And that man, I think he prayed to the good Lord above that Monticello, Kentucky got canceled due to the floods. Is a deluge of hopeful thinking for Ronnie Roberts, and lo and behold, he got it. So he cowered it out of that match. But he couldn't squeak away. But as you can tell, Eric Porter's not wearing a dress. Yours truly, Brendan T. Wilson, is not carrying around a baby bottle or wearing a diaper, but there is one thing missing, that All-American title. But I do have some news for you guys. Ronnie Roberts did not fare well this past Thursday in Campbellsville, Kentucky at Campbellsville University Collision. He got beat. He's no longer All-American champion, but let me introduce your All-American champion now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple Crown Wrestling and Stars from UCW comes to you live at the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky, Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Bell times at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms.
I wonder how this is going to favor with Brandon T. Wilson in there.
As you people admire the new All-American champion as well as the UCW Southern States champion, Randall Shane, go ahead, admire him. Go ahead. And lady, I can tell right now you're doing more than admiring. And you too. Hey, you see that? He's got an offer for you, Randall. But anyway, so to be the owner and promoter of this business, though, I do have to be fair, Randall. And I do have to make this match, and Eric Porter gets his shot at that All-American Championship. You all right with that?
Man, how is
Look,
that
Brandon,
fair?
just like I am with the UCW Southern States Championship, I'm a fighting champion. Eric, I respect you. I'm all right with that.
And that's what...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What's this?
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, boys
Oh,
and
that's
girls,
Mr. Dwayne
the
Davis.
greatest TCW All-American champion that there has ever been is gracing your presence.
That's Dwayne Davis.
Frankfurt's favorite
Listen, I'm sorry, guys.
son-in-law.
Hold on,
shut
hold on, no. You come up in this ring and talk like a big boy. I mean, you've talked about this. Come on up here and talk like a big boy, son.
Daddy-O, I'd hate to, but I can't do it. I respect you three gentlemen too much.
Come on in.
But out of the fact that since Dwayne Davis has came back and graced these idiotic people here, there's been a lot of championship changes, screw jobs as you say, and I respect you both. And if we're out here giving championship matches, I just want to throw my name in that hat.
Son, just back on up for a minute. Let the big people talk over here, okay? Hold on. Okay. Yeah. We can do that. We'll turn this into a triple threat match for the All-American Championship. Yeah, we'll do that.
All you gotta do is just trust me, guys. That's all you gotta do.
Well, son, you know I trust you. Let the best man win. Good luck.
Thank you.
Looks like we have a triple threat match here, Tony.
The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall and is for the TCW All-American Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, coming to the ring by the self-proclaimed Dalai Lama of professional wrestling, Mr. Brandon T. Wilson. From the country city of Virginia, weighing in at 234 pounds, Evil Eric Porter! Next, from Frankfort, Kentucky, weighing in at 209 pounds, Double D, Dwayne Davis! And the final competitor, from Bowling Green, Kentucky, weighing in at 206 pounds, he is your wrestling savior, your seventh wrestling favorite. He's also a 2019 UCW Hall of Famer and your UCW Southern States and TCW All-American Champion, the Randall Shane!
What an entrance there for Randall Shane. All those accolades. And Mr. Davis letting us know what we think about Randall Shane.
I never done about an introduction to Mr. Shane before, but he liked it.
Oh yeah, a lot of accolades you got to cover. You know, when one man holds many titles, you gotta give him his roses.
If we do have some, you may want to call the Bachelorette. And here we go,
And
folks.
we're underway.
Oh, what on earth is
Right
that?
in there. Like a sacrificial lamb, Dwayne Davis. Looked like he was trying to take the fall.
A 2-on-1 advantage in early start. Dwayne Davis, a former All-American champion, is in a triple threat affair against Eric Porter and Randall Shane. Clothesline from out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they're going to be taking a lot of
Another
rows.
clothesline. Just having their way with Mr. Dwayne Davis right now. He said he had a plan. I didn't know he was just going to literally lay down in the middle of the mat, Tony.
Davis is more likely playing a case of, you know, they always say in the movie Wanted.
Oh, what a falcon arrow by Eric Porter.
So it's more likely Davis is the sheep and Porter and Shane are automatically the wolves around here.
That's what it seems like. Davis looks as if he's crawling to safety.
I only got to say that green and black representing for
And another scoop slam
red and black
from
representing
the
for
champion.
Randall Shane, and white and blue.
Leg
for
drop
Davis.
from the double champion, Randall Shane. And Eric Porter. Oh, well.
Talk about how you know very well. Some odds are on our favor saying that evil Eric Porter wants to somehow steal his shine and not steal his ride.
I think you're exactly right. I was a little confused. It looked as if Randall Shane was inviting Eric Porter to pin Davis, but then yanked him right off. And a double clothesline. Porter and Shane. Oh! Well, we're looking at a quick.
Oh man, a good
quick
cradle
pin.
reversal cover. And
Ah.
Porter's like getting a little confused. Shane's saying, "What are you doing?"
Look as if the trust is wearing a little thin. Brandon T. Wilson also looks a little confused. And another
Go for a
quick
cover.
pin by Randall Shane to hold on to those belts. Oh, well, quick to the outside. Eric Porter calls a timeout. What's up with these wrestlers calling all these timeouts in these matches, Tony?
Well, you know you can't use breaks unless they all say there's no time for 20 seconds.
Oh, Davis to the back of the knee.
Kick to the side of his hamstring.
Oh,
able
once
to
again,
chop off evil Eric Porter
couple of those
again.
Muay Thai kicks. Oh, what a knee breaker.
And coming up next, we'll be seeing a special
Oh, breaks up the pin quick, Randall Shane.
A special grab for the gold battle royal will be our main event of the evening. It's every man for himself. Someone will indeed win the special prize for a future championship title shot in the next 6 months.
Looks as if all in 180 days, we both know is a long time to put those several. Did you see the promotions that the winner had to choose from? There's a smorgasbord of promotions there, and 180 days is a long time to put a champion on notice.
Well, you need a smorgasbord if you want to set up some dinner and do not let it get wasted for a lot of contenders
You're exactly
before the
right.
big event.
And Shane back in the ring to take advantage of Davis. Oh, Davis would have punched it inside. Another, oh wow, right to the corner.
13 days passed since that devastating
Different.
flood that occurred back in Monticello. Supposed to have a special match for the
There's enough ring for that one. All right, look like what Eric Porter and Brandon T. Wilson speaking strategy. Another quick roll up there, and 2 count. Dwayne Davis kicks out.
We expect to see Reverend Ronnie Roberts versus evil Eric Porter, in which if Wilson did not have his client win, that means Porter would have dressed and Wilson be dressed in a baby diaper. But that's not going to happen
Man,
since
it doesn't
Roberts
look
is
like that,
out
does it?
and no longer All-American champion. So the rules have been reversed.
Wow, and I can't think of a bigger baby than Brandon T. Wilson.
You know, it'd be more embarrassing. Hope he has a striptease.
Oh,
all
what
for
a
his fans.
swinging stunner from evil Eric Porter. And, well, it looks as if, more confusion.
Talk about fair play. And Eric Porter is like, you know, anytime any bad marriage occurs, it would only disintegrate.
Oh, Wilson over there looked like he got a little cheap kick on Dwayne Davis. Kind of hard for me to see over that apron, but I seen Wilson in motion, and when Wilson's in motion, it's never good.
I've seen it all happen between Eric Porter and Chris Crow a while ago, but now it's all come to a second piece of thing around here.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes
Randall
has
Shane
elapsed.
to the outside.
More like trying
Evil
to
Eric Porter and Dwayne Davis, the only ones occupying the ring. And Davis with another quick pin.
cover, trying
And
to
Randall
scoop up,
Shane once again there to break up the pin, protecting his belt.
trying to hang on with everything he has. So it's like Porter's like fighting Shane's battles and Shane's fighting Porter's battles. So what's up with that?
I don't know, it seems they from the get-go it's been a little strange. Oh, Davis fighting back. Oh, once again, like a pack of hungry hyenas, back to working Davis. Over, pretty good.
Davis may know that he hasn't had the force in him for a little while longer.
Oh, what a clothesline from Davis.
He looks like Ewan McGregor back in Star Wars, as you know what I'm saying around here.
Oh, what a
Same
drop
face.
kick. Didn't get all of it, but makes his point. Another Uranagi to the back of the head.
Cover, hooks the outside leg, and it's
Man,
Porter yanking him at 2.5.
Like clockwork, Eric Porter there to save Brandon T. Wilson's other investment.
My God, it's an extraordinary contest for all the audiences tonight. Don't know how this Grab for the Gold Battle Royal will induce every superstar for a chance to win this big prize. It's not a golden ticket when you're in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory or a Vince Lombardi Trophy in the Super Bowl. It's something more.
You know, and speaking of Super Bowl, you know, I almost had a chance to continue my college career up in Frankfort, Kentucky. Very familiar with the Frankfort and Bowling Green area, actually.
Look out!
Very
Look
beautiful
out!
place. And Eric
No!
Porter. And it was almost that All-American chip going back to the great state of Virginia. They say Virginia's for lovers, but it was almost for the All-American championship belt.
And I think Shane was trying to nearly tearing his back on his partner. I think it may be short-lived. If Wilson's team is trying to disintegrate early, that would be a little bit of bad news, but good recovery from my heart. And there he yanked him right across the bottom rope in between his throat. And here comes Porter trying to isolate the opponent.
Let's see if he's going to do it again.
Oh,
what
man.
a punishment Dwayne Davis is taking. Man, he said he had a plan. I'd hate to see him when he doesn't have a plan.
Missed the chop. He hit the apron. Hope it didn't break his
Trying to get some separation there. Finally gets away from Randall Shane. And he's on the attack. Knee driver straight to the side of the head to Randall Shane. Straight to the face of Eric Porter. And Dwayne Davis has some life.
Randall Shane is in serious
kick to
trouble
the
here.
midsection,
Here
Dwayne
comes
Davis.
Davis. Look out below.
Oh, is he going?
Crossbody.
Oh! Takes to the sky Dwayne Davis. The Frankfurt Flyer himself.
This is an intense recovery for Dwayne Davis.
Oh!
Scoops into a powerbomb. Here's the cover. Oh!
I thought we were about to get a new All-American champion.
His hand was on the bottom rope before Porter isolated the attack. Davis is already shooting up the blanks, but all of a sudden the numbers game kept going as Brandon T. Wilson is playing peacekeeper.
Let me tell you, it's hard to keep the peace when you have three gladiators in the ring battling for the same goal, the same honor to be the TCW All-American champion.
Keep in mind, Dwayne Davis used to be part of, but that was long overdue. And now Davis is getting scraped like a case of onions. My God, the agony, the suffering, the misery, and Davis is being shamed. And now, oh, look at that. Shane just tossing CCW banner on the floor.
You know he doesn't care.
And it's all about Randall Shane. Doesn't really care about anything.
Oh, what a super kick to the side of the skull of Randall Shane. Definitely know he got all of that. He's definitely seeing scars.
Oh, face first. Porter got Davis down. 2. We got a new champion.
We have a new All-American champion.
The winner of this
Evil Eric
match
Porter.
and the new TCW All-American Champion, Evil Eric Porter.
Oh, wow. I can't believe what we just seen, Tony. I mean, Randall Shane has only had the belt for less than 48 hours.
That is going to be the shortest run in Randall Shane's history books.
However, therefore the titles still change hands, which means that therefore Randall Shane is still your UCW Southern States Champion.
2 titles or none. That's just all she wrote. But you know they always say no takebacks. Porter gets the gold, Shane gets the gold, so we're all even.
Yeah, no, another member of
Brandon T. Wilson's coalition has won the gold again.
There's more gold. They're dripping in gold.
Shane a little bit confused, knowing what he's gone through, and they're all embracing.
I believe I'd be a little lethargic too if I caught a super kick to the side of the head the way he did.
Ladies and gentlemen, Triple Crown Wrestling and Stars from UCW comes to you live at the Old Ferguson Gym in Ferguson, Kentucky, Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Bell times at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $12. First come, first serve, no reserves. Visit Triple Crown Wrestling at www.triplecrownwrestling.com and all social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a crowd for the gold battle.
And the heroes have cleared the ring.
Where the winner of this match will receive a title shot of his choice.
Oh, what honor do I have? It looks as if
AMW, PPW, USWF, UCW,
and it looks as if Dwayne Davis is the sacrificial lamb they've thrown in, and they have cornered Mr. Dwayne Davis.
Evil Eric Porter, Randall Shane.
Oh, wow, he's hit by Brandon Wolf. Appalachian Amos takes a shot. Senior Lamette right into Mr. Chris Matthews. Oh, wow, they're circling the ring like a hungry pack of hyenas.
Well, we just done that crazy triple man or triple threat match, as you can see, that Eric Porter's your new champion.
Oh, here we
Randall
go.
Shane by pinning Dwayne Davis. Now, you know, Randall showed up to work tonight. He is a fighting champion, as we've seen, but we know Eric Porter's going to be. Ronnie Roberts has ducked Eric Porter several times in the last couple months, and he's used the excuse all the time of putting me in the middle of it, trying to strip my power. Is more about me and him than it was him and Eric, and you see where he's at now. Y'all was in Campbellsville, Kentucky the other day, and you seen what ended up happening.
You know, it always seems like y'all have the upper hand on the good Reverend while he's out here preaching to the congregation. It never seems like a fair fight when it comes to Ronnie Roberts. Now, I know you are the man around here, Brandon T. Wilson, and I see all the gold that you have with your coalition. It seems like you have all the stroke. But what happens when Ronnie Roberts finally gets his hands on you?
Well, do you see Ronnie Roberts here today?
I don't see him here today, Brandon.
That's exactly right. So it'd be hard for him to get his hands on me today there, Keenan.
Hey, you're exactly right. I understand where you're coming from. But what happens if he does corner you? He almost had you in Campbellsville.
Well, you know, I'm a thinker, I'm a plotter, I'm a schemer, I'm a willer, and I'm a dealer. And you can see that Ronnie Roberts got outsmarted. That goof thought he was going to make me wear a diaper, make me carry around a baby bottle. He thought he was going to make Eric Porter wear a dress, and then he didn't end up showing up to Monticello, Kentucky. He used the excuse of a flood, and then he called the Athletic Commission, and the Athletic Commission made me cancel the show on February the 15th. So I swear I think that good Reverend, as you call him, I think that he prayed and he prayed and he prayed until we had a flood of nearly biblical proportions flooding out those poor people in Monticello, Kentucky. You can see how much Reverend Ronnie Roberts really cares for people. I mean, he flooded that poor place. They still have all that devastation, and they're still cleaning up, and where's Ronnie Roberts?
I can't believe what I'm hearing here. You are telling me you are blaming that horrific weather, that flood, on the Reverend Ronnie Roberts. You're telling me he called the commissioner here in Kentucky and had you cancel the show. You're telling me he's running scared with his tail tucked between his legs from Brandon T. Wilson's coalition and evil Eric Porter. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I don't know if he's running scared, but you've seen he showed up at Monticello, Kentucky, thought he'd get all those poor students, you know, that should have been out there studying, become doctors and lawyers to help us cure things like the coronavirus, cure things like, what is that other one that's going around right now? Whatever.
There's a few of them.
You know, he's interrupting these study times for these college kids where they can be doctors, lawyers, and things. And instead, he's out here preying on them to gain his support, to drink his Kool-Aid, probably passing around that silly collection plate of his, trying to get some money. But instead of doing that, he should be, oh, hey, look at Charles. Everybody thinks he was eliminated, but he's not.
Charles is definitely the opportunist. I'll give you that one. He is an opportunist crawling around the ring. There's no telling what he has up his sleeves.
Tony, I apologize. I had to come out here and do a little bit of commentary. I'm going to let you have this headset back here in just a moment.
I just can't believe it, man. I hope Ronnie doesn't get a hold of you, Brandon. I hope he doesn't.
You know, next time I think I'll have a third headset out here just for, grace y'all with my presence.
Well, you know, you're invited anytime.
Oh, we just had elimination, Tony.
Oh, it looks like Senior Lamette has just been eliminated.
You know, Senor Lamette, he's newcomer to this organization, and, you know, he done all right. Oh, there's Kevin Sinclair, but I don't know if Brandon Wolf is smart enough to understand he has to put him over the top rope. Oh, there he goes. He
I
wised
can't
up.
believe these accusations. Man.
He's Randall Shane, and there's Amos Abel. You know, you see Amos and Randall have all this back and forth here lately, and there goes.
Yeah, I
Randall.
remember the last time Amos Abel had Randall Shane by himself. I believe Randall Shane ran.
He gained a tactical position.
Okay.
That's
your All-American champion just got eliminated. Evil Eric Porter. Brandon, you got to go get him now.
Boy, Brandon.
Oh, wow. Dwayne Davis with a big gesture there to Brent. Oh, another
furious
super
for the
kick
record.
to Randall Shane, and it looks as if, oh, wow, that's the second time Randall Shane has been eliminated. Oh, wow, that super kick becoming Randall Shane's kryptonite. Oh,
I guess Wilson's night is already crumbling
and Trace
so fast.
Evans takes opportunity, hops on the back. Oh, and Chris Crow to the back of Appalachian Amos Abel.
3 eliminations so far, and now, it's 3 against 1, and there goes another man over the top.
And Amos Abel, there goes Amos Abel. There goes Chris Crow, Kevin Sinclair.
Chris Crow and Appalachian Amos
Oh,
Abel
wow,
have
there
been
goes my
eliminated.
pick. Of course, Charles Colton enters the ring after crawling around. Oh, with a big forearm from Brandon Wolf, and Colton back to the outside. Of course, Colton goes through the middle of the ring, so he's not eliminated.
Second time for Colton to stay over the top, but he's went to the middle ropes and the bottom ropes.
Man, you got to watch that Chris Colton. He's had something up his sleeve. I don't understand it. He keeps finding his way to the outside without being eliminated one too many times, if you ask me.
Again, it's every man for himself. Friends or foes, maybe something.
And there goes Kevin Sinclair.
Kevin Sinclair has been eliminated.
Oh, and a big super kick from way down Monroe, Louisiana from Brandon Wolf. Okay, Randall Shane working on Chris Matthews. There he goes, and
Christopher Matthews has been eliminated.
Dwayne Davis still. Brandon Wilson actually helps him. Oh, wow, Brandon Wilson getting some kicks in on Mr. Dwayne Davis. Definitely not a happy Dalai Lama here. And it looks as if your winner of the grab for the gold battle. Oh, no, hold up, Mr. Charles Colton under the ring. I can't believe it. I cannot believe what I'm just saying. The ever opportunist, the winner of the grab for the gold battle royal, the double champion, Mr. Charles Colton.
Title opportunity of his choice is the television champion, Mr. Champ Charles Colton.
Oh, wow. We are experiencing the era of Charles Colton.
What a night for Creekwater Syndicate. We thought Wolf won the Battle Royal, but in the end, it's a who's who. Mr. Champ has made history. Therefore, he's going to get a chance at either USWF, AMW, UPW, PPW, UCW, or TCW
I'm not
for
gonna say
180 days.
I'm not going to say that the Creekwater Syndicate is not the best tag team in any of these promotions.
Guess Branch Wilson dropped the headset moments ago, saw that Porter and Shane are gone. But why toss Dwayne Davis?